Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to talk to you about how you can read tarot card combinations. I get most of the comments on Tarot Wikipedia about how to interpret different tarot combinations. So there's a few rules. For example, a majority of major arcana cards means flow. If there's a lack of major arcana cards, then there's a lack of flow. So straight away when you put your cards out, have a look how many major arcana cards show up. A lack of court cards are lack of people that you care about, lack of soul family, and if there's a lot of court card, then there's a lot of people that you care about, a lot of people that you are influenced by, but in a positive way often, a lot of soul family, feeling that you belong, feeling that you are connected. A lack of pentacles is a lack of security. A lack of wands is a lack of energy. A lack of cups is a lack of there's actually a lack of being in the right brain when you are feeling relaxed, when you're feeling stress free, and therefore you can be creative. It's very hard to be creative when you're stressed. And also there's a lack of emotional connection, lack of love sometimes as well, lack of loving what you do, and lack of loving maybe the people that are in your life as well. Lack of swords mean lack of feeling intellectually challenged and stimulated. There might be a lack of stimulating conversations and lack of ideas and lack of learning as well. So straight away in a reading, just have a look. What is there a lack of? What is there an abundance of? A lack of cards can tell you just as much as what the cards are actually there can tell you. So I have just got the major arcana cards here now, but what I'm teaching you now, how to read the tarot card combination, is the same way with the whole deck. But I've been focusing a lot on the major arcana cards. The major arcana cards are so important because they tell you about the situation that you're in and the situation you're about to enter. There's two cards you always have to pay extra attention to, the Fool and Judgment. If the Fool is in your spread, have a look at where is the Fool heading. That's the energy in your life. That's the direction that your life is taking you. Okay, have a look at Judgment. That is your wake-up call. That's your calling, and it often represents your highest and best purpose in this lifetime. So it's really important to have that direction, to have quality of life as well. If you feel like you have no direction, it can be very hard to get into enjoying life and feeling that there's a reason for being alive, you know what I mean? So it's very important. So I'm just going to randomly grab two cards. I'm doing a 2-card combination example. Death. Okay, I thought I only had major arcana cards, but actually a minor arcana card snuck in, and I'm going to keep it because it obviously happened for a reason. There's a death card before King of Pentacles. So that is a totally different card combination to, for example, this one before that one. If this one came before that one, it's totally different. So this one is creating that one. But now this looks probably weird because this is the first one. This one, the death card, is now influencing this one. So there's an ending and this is a new beginning. But if this comes before the death card, then there's no energy. You can't push through death. It's just blocked, so it can't continue. So this one will go. Then you have to look at the other cards. What is happening? So basically, King of Pentacles. It can be the role that the person is in career. It can be a very demanding role. And maybe it's not even for the highest and best to continue. Whatever it is, there's an ending in how, in the material world. Okay? So the material life of the person is going to change a lot. So it can be completely change of income, a new job. It can be, a new business or ending a business. or it can be reinventing a business. This one, the way it is at this current stage in the seeker's life, cannot continue the way it is if it's followed by death, because it can't pass through. Here, this one now comes up before this card. This one can continue. This one the changes has already been made. Let's try another card combination. So, Destiny before Hierophant. So now you draw the Destiny card, and then you get the Hierophant. So that means I would say this is someone who's destined to be married, because these two cards are like destiny. They're meant to be together. You meet someone that you are meant to be with, and it will lead to marriage. But if Hierophant shows up before Wheel of Fortune, then it's like study. Suddenly this just means something else. I don't even get married then. Or if it is married and the person is already married, and it's like they are going to expand on an idea or a business or an enterprise together. But often if I get the Hierophant before Wheel of Fortune, I get more like this person is going to study something. It's going to be, they're going to be connected to like a community, and that is what's going to take them further. Okay, the first card here is the Chariot, followed by the Star. So basically this one will find their star. And whatever they're doing, and it's often in career, will lead to public recognition, unexpected events, a lot of social activity, often in the public eye. But let's say the star showed up, and then this showed up, and that's a totally different energy again. This is someone who's overcome a trauma in their life, and they're kind of in the process of cleansing and healing. They're finding themselves, they're finding their center, and when they feel whole and complete, they're picking up the pieces and they carry on with their lives. But now they're in a position where they know exactly what they want. They know what they want because they had what they didn't want. Okay, so the first card here is the High Priestess, followed by the Sun. This could be a grandmother, being a grandmother. Someone is going to be a grandmother. 100% if that card comes in. That is what I would straight away. Or you can just say, this is about someone's grandmother. Someone's grandmother is coming through with a message. And then you have to look at the other cards. But sometimes this shows up. The Sun shows up before the High Priestess. So then it's a different energy again. I would say then there's a daughter coming in the family, a new female energy, a daughter who is a crystal child or a rainbow child, a very psychic child. Okay, so the Emperor before Strength. So Emperor first and then Strength. So this is about leadership. So this person is a leader, and they're not taking care of other people because they are a leader. They are someone's rock in someone's life because they are so empowered. They are in a position of empowering others. Strength shows up. And then, so that is a different energy again. This is someone who's very passionate. They know exactly what they want. They have something in their life that drives them. They want to achieve, and they're going after it. And they often become self-employed in the process, or they get very high up in an organization because of their drive. But I would say that combination is more a self-employed energy, for sure. The Moon followed by the World. The Moon, that this is someone who's creating their world. I would say this is someone who's writing, and they are creating. So someone who's an artist, and they're creating like a fantasy world. And if they're not an artist, then they're in the business world, but they're still creating the environment that they're in. So it can be your colleagues, but you are the mastermind behind how it all ends up looking, how everybody ends up feeling. Someone is creating a sort of an environment that really suits them. But often when it is that the moon shows up before any other card, it's always about something that they're creating. And some people say, oh, I'm not creative, but then it's like research and science as well. They're still creating something, even with technology. This is also a research card. So you have to also look at who you're reading for. If you're reading for someone who says, I want to know if what my next career is going to be, for example, and then you get the moon, and then you get the world, then they are almost like they're creating their own career. They're creating a job opportunity. And it can take them really, really far. Let's say the world shows up first, and then the moon shows up. Then that's different again, because then this means someone who's traveled. This is someone who's traveling, and they're often in another country. So now it's actually the world. It's being in another part of the world. And it looks totally different from what you're used to. And it is shaping you rather than you shaping it. So now, the Empress first, and the Lovers. The Empress and the Lovers. Nurturing a relationship. It can be nurturing a relationship 100% and making our relationship better. But let's say the Lovers shows up and then the Empress, and it's like the relationship is nurturing the person and making the person better. The person is the one receiving the healing in the relationship. Like, someone ends up in a relationship that is amazing, and then they blossom and they look totally different from what they used to. They have like a physical transformation because their relationship is such a good one. Justice first, and Temperance. So Justice and Temperance. Let's see what it looks like the other way. Temperance. All right. When Justice is before, obviously then you're dealing with some kind of legal activity, but it can also be a legal career, or it can be policies, procedures. It can even be the fitness industry. Sometimes I find that people are really drawn into fitness, or they get this as their career. But if you get this with Temperance, I would say a management role that has a lot of legality attached to it. If I get this Temperance with Justice, it's communication and justice. So this, I would say, is more humanitarian now. It's more about humanitarian, and you, again, when this one shows up first, then it's like Temperance then has taken you further, far away sometimes. It's taken you to a faraway country, or you're studying something that's about something that is like a distant religion or an ancient culture or something like that. And then you get this, and then it's all about helping someone else in the process. So it is a humanitarian combination, I would say. All right. Devil and Tower. So this then is straight away a toxic, you're in a toxic environment and it's causing emotional meltdowns. Let's say the Tower shows up before the Devil. I would say then the emotional state of the people you're with are triggering the seeker, or you are the seeker, and then it brings out the worst in you. And also that combination could be about a dangerous situation as well. Judgment, like I said, always pay extra attention to judgment. And the Hanged Man. So the Judgment is all about your wake-up call, and the Hanged Man is about seeing something from a new angle. But when you get judgment, so that can be a wake-up call. Basically, just look at something from a new angle, from someone else's perspective, and then you will have peace. It can be, if you want this situation to end that you're in, you just have to step back from the situation. Be less involved. This situation is not even about you. It just basically, you just need to step back. You're making it worse by trying to be involved in it. But let's say you're asking about career and you're like, oh, what is my career? What is my best career path? What is my purpose? And then you get this card. So this card shows you that what you're going to do with career is also going to be a huge part of your life purpose. And you get the Hanged Man, and that can mean that you're actually going to work in psychology. And in psychology and studying of the human mind. Okay. So I got the Magician, and I got, oh, by the way, I forgot to do the other way around. Let's say you get the Hanged Man, and then you get Judgment. And that means you have been waiting, and you have done maybe not enough. You've either done too much or not enough. But often when this card shows up like this, then you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing has really happened. And you haven't even made anything happen. You're just waiting. And then this card shows up, then that's definitely an end of that. It's like someone will make it very clear to you, or something will happen that will make it very clear to you what you are meant to be doing. This one now has to step up and become a leader. So now it's about becoming a leader and being more assertive and communicate better and clear-eyed what it is that you want and what you need. Okay, Magician next to the Hermit. So the Magician is like often represent your highest and best soulmate in this lifetime. And if it is a love reading, then it definitely means that. And when it shows up next to Hermit, it can be a friendship, and romance will be, there will be friendship before romance. If it is a career thing, and you're getting, so then you're going to basically, this means your highest and best career. It means you're using your talents in the highest and best way. And then you get the Hermit, and that's like you're a teacher. So then it's like a different meaning again. Let's say you get the Hermit, and then you get the Magician. Then that is often then the seeker on the path to meeting either the soulmate, it's a soulmate reading, or the person is sort of reinventing their life and stepping out to become this. And then this often then mean something to do with selling and being a salesperson and being someone who's creating something that they later can sell and pass on. And it's like almost being able to sell sand in the desert. Like you just draw the right people and the right situations to get exactly what you want. So it's all about communication, basically. So that is a few examples on how you can read with tarot card combination, and just keep practicing, because practicing is what you need. And then when you do reversals, then the meaning changes a bit again. So go on the blog and read what I have, and just read what I've written and comment. Don't be afraid to comment, because I answer everybody about your card combinations. And then when people read the comments, they learn as well from that. All right. See ya. Bye.